relationships, definitely, respect and communication, and make sure there's no red flags. And if there are, leave. Just leave.
Just know
walk
it.
out the door,
That's
close
it.
the chapter, and move on. Next.
She says it like it is.
Welcome to Detox with Dina and Friends. I'm your host, Dina Theodora, singer, songwriter, and actor. My aim for this podcast is to empower, motivate, and inspire you. Thank you to Vasanti Cosmetics for sponsoring this episode. Head over to vasanticosmetics.ca for luxury, high-performance cosmetics and skincare. Make sure to use promo code DINA10 for 10% off all online products.
All right, so back to Olivia and her current work. So if you can let our listeners and viewers in on your current projects and any exciting things coming up in the future.
Oh my goodness. I'm extremely excited about Brightwater just because we're here in Port Credit and it's a beautiful community, great for investments, and then really just anything in South Mississauga, Oakville. That's where I usually work, and so we're working on getting tons of listings now that the market was a bit stable after crazy hot. Other projects, I'm building my own house, so it's kind of exciting.
That is exciting. And there's so much going up in Port Credit. You're so right. Everything.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful area to really have because the water,
Of course.
it's beautiful, and they should be doing more to bring, excitement near the water.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have a beautiful lake shore, and I think it should be somewhat like Miami.
Miami.
We can bring a little Miami vibe. I love that. What about women getting involved in real estate? What's your advice for any women getting involved?
My advice is definitely join a team. I think what you can learn in 6 years on your own, you can learn within 1 year being on a good team.
Yeah.
I think just having a great database and being personable and knowing people and making sure that it's not transactional. The moment you believe that this business is just paycheck to paycheck is the moment I'd fire you, So for me, it's all about running it like a business and really being part of people's journey.
Yes.
And being part of their lives, forever. You grow a friendship and a relationship when you're looking at homes and being part of that and their family.
How do you find the time to be a mom of three, to be full-time, work, to do so many things?
And to work out 5 days a week.
And
to date.
Beautiful. And to date. How do you do it all? Tell me, how do you manage your time? Because time management obviously is very
it's
important.
huge. I'm OCD organized. So for me, I don't take time away from my children for business, and I don't take time from my children for my business. Does that make sense? When I'm at work, it's work.
Right.
When I'm with my children, I'm with my children. And then the rest of the time is me. So I share my time between me, going out with friends, or dating. So, he's got to be pretty special if I'm giving him the time of day.
Yep.
And then friends, you know what? It was funny because one of the questions was how many people know you? And I asked my assistant that this morning, and maybe 25,000 people know who I am, but how many people really know me? A handful.
And that's how it usually is. And
absolutely.
You want to keep a close-knit circle.
Yeah. But time management for sure.
Yeah, and so you're obviously, any tips for helping to stay organized?
Yes, if it comes to children, figure out what they're wearing the day before. My son has ADD. I know I have to prepare things ahead of time so that there's no arguments over what he's wearing or what he's going to do that day. Making sure that homework is maybe cut, instead of doing it all within 1 hour, I might have to break it down and do a little bit at 4 and a little bit at 7, and then entice him with other activities just to get him to do it. Each of my children have different personalities, so making sure I spend a lot of alone time with each and every one of them just to make sure they're okay and what they're going through and all that stuff. Working out before they wake up or with them. I get them involved and say, guys, I've got a trainer coming over, let's do this together, let's make it fun.
Yes.
When it comes to time for me, it's the days that my ex-husband will see the kids, so I'll make time to maybe have a date or go out to a restaurant with a friend.
And do you do a lot of work in personal growth and development?
I do, and I like to teach people at schools. I like to oh yeah, absolutely. Teens.
Where do you teach?
I've gone to different high schools just because of teen pregnancy, given the fact that I was a teen mom,
Beautiful.
and the chances of surviving and being successful are slim to none. So I help a lot of single moms. I help a lot of abused women and children because of things that I've gone through. So that's where my heart is. So
that's
really
amazing.
what I do. Yeah.
Any specifics, places that you went to help with one other than the high schools?
Mississauga Life Center at one
Yeah.
point, so that was for teen moms.
Yeah.
I have, so on my birthday, what I do, I mean, you've been part of this
Yeah.
as well. So every year on my birthday, I call it giving instead of receiving. So I start a GoFundMe page and I ask anyone that I know to donate 20, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever. And then usually I have anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 on my birthday, September 21st, to give out to 2 or 3 local charities. So a lot of the time, like this year with COVID, it was like a food drive because there was a lot of people that were really hurting and hurt. Or sometimes there could be a fire in a home, and I want to help those kind of people.
That's
something that speaks to me. But definitely someone with children or single dads. I mean, there's a lot of great dads out there
That's
that
a really good point too.
Also struggle if
Both ways.
Absolutely.
And now closing with my lovely Olivia. I would love to know, and I'm sure everyone would love to know, what has been your hardest and greatest lesson that you've gone through, either career or personal life, and how you came to all your success?
Okay, so career, I would say organize your finances and hire someone if you need help because you don't want the tax man to screw you over.
Good.
And business-wise, follow up. Like, don't be afraid to follow up with people because a lot of the time they'll slip through the cracks if you don't do it. So that's something that I wish I had learned way earlier. Kids, spend a lot of time with your children. I have the best relationship with my teenager. I mean, a lot of people complain about teenagers. I could not have asked for a better daughter. Oh my gosh, she's almost 18.
Oh my God, such a precious age.
Relationships, definitely, respect and communication and make sure there's no red flags. And if there are, leave. Like, just leave.
Just know
walk
it.
out the door,
That's
close
it.
the chapter, and move on. Next.
She says it like it is. I love it. And now, if there's anything you can go back and change, would you or you wouldn't?
I think I would have done more follow-up in the beginning of my career and worked on my, all the things that I know. And you always hear older people say this to our younger selves, I guess, or teens, and they say, what I know now, I wish I knew back then. Like, working on yourself, your self-esteem and confidence is probably one of the most important things in one's life, male or female.
Working on more of that. I love it.
Yeah.
And where can people find you? Please tell us.
Oh my goodness. Okay, social media, Olivia Torun, Torun. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, I have no idea, Remax, Core Credit. Look for Top Realtor, I don't know. You'll find me.
Everywhere and anywhere. Olivia Torun, everyone. Thank you so much, my sweetheart, for sharing your journey. And it was a beautiful
And I really hope that, like, if this changes anyone's life or helps anyone, like, to me, that is, the whole reason for this. And if anyone needs any help or has any questions, like,
reach out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, my darling.
Oh, yay.
Thank you to Vasanti Cosmetics for sponsoring this episode. Head over to vasanticosmetics.ca for luxury, high-performance cosmetics and skincare. Make sure to use promo code DINA10 for 10% off all online products. Thanks again for joining in. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Make sure to also find us on Instagram @DetoxWithDina and my personal page @DinaTheodora. Stay tuned and catch you next time.